Welcome back. You know the deal. Welcome to another episode with me, David Wintzer. As always, you can go over to freeconstructiontemplates.com to get your downloadable versions of things that we're doing in this company, things that we have implemented in this company, and how we scaled from $0 to $15 million in just 18 months of being in business. And my goal with this channel is just to simply share the things that we're doing, give you a little tour behind the scenes, the business aspect of things. My goal with this is just to help you on the business front of construction, and hopefully it can help you along the way in your construction journey. That being said, today I want to walk you through our spec house. We are building a spec house right now in Park City, Utah, and Park City is a very luxurious town, and there's a lot of money flowing around this town right now, and we are fortunate enough to have purchased a piece of dirt and built a spec house on it in a neighborhood kind of by the high school right in town. And this particular house, we're going to list this thing for $3.7 million. It's just about 4,000 square feet. So as you can see, it's quite expensive. It's about $900 a square foot here in Park City in this particular part of town. There's parts of town in Park City that they're selling for $2,300, $2,400, $2,500 a square foot. This part of town is $900 a square foot. So that being said, I'll just give you a quick little tour of what a listed $3.7 million home in Park City looks like. So this particular home is a slab on grade. So there, we just dug down to the frost level here in Park City. We got to dig down 42 inches. 42 inches is the frost depth that we got to be with for the footings that's required to reach the frost depth so that the footings don't freeze and thaw and expand and contract and, you know, break the integrity of the footings, the foundation. So that being said, it's pretty rare. Park City is a mountain town. It's pretty rare to have a house that is on a flat piece of ground that you can just do a slab on grade. Usually you're building into the mountain. So this is pretty rare. And we don't really like to do basements because they can flood. They can, in the winter, they're really cold. And then it's just something that we don't particularly do. So that being said, here's the little front of the house. So you drive up, and the driveway is a simple grade. We're going to do a beautiful cedar product. We're going to go with a more expensive cedar product, about $11 a square foot that we're going with here. And then to save some money on the side, we're going to go with stucco. So we had it as stone, metal, and cedar, but in order to save some money, so we go with the really nice cedar. We chose this beautiful cedar and then stucco to offset that cost. So that being said, that's the beauty of spec houses. You get to pick and choose. So this was originally stone. This was originally metal. This was originally a different color cedar, and you can just change it. You can do whatever you want because you are the owner. You are the designer. You're not working with clients. So spec houses is a beautiful game, but it's also a risk reward because we're putting up all the money. If the market goes down, we could lose the money. So there's a lot of risk involved, but on the upside, we can make a lot of money on this as well, on this return. So it's whatever you like to do. I mean, so we do a blend of building custom homes for people and spec houses for ourselves. Ultimately, I think we'd like just to build spec houses and be our own builder. So that being said, here we are. So that's the front of the house. You drive up, here's your front door. You got open to below upstairs. And then the back deck is this. We chose to do the grids on the windows. My wife is the designer. She felt it was a little bit better look. And so that's where we're going with that. Going on to the cover page, the general notes, you don't need to know much about that. We're not here to tell you about the drawings. So a little bit understanding. So this is Samuel Colt in Park City. It's in Prospector. And as you can see, it's a really flat lot. So this particular elevation is 6740. And then on the back of the lot, it is 6743. So it goes up 3 feet over the course of this entire span. So it's a very flat lot, especially in Park City. So let me just give you a quick little tour of the floor plan. So come into the garage. It's an 18-foot wide garage, and then you come in, and then we chose to put the mechanical room on this side of the garage rather than inside the house. So you got your mechanical room, then you got your mud room, and we are not providing all these cabinetries for the buyer that's in the plans, but we will not be providing that. That's what you do with a spec house. You decide what you will and won't provide for the clients. And when you go to list it and the real estate agents talk, this is what they say, this is what you will and won't get. And these are the things that you walk through with your budget, where you're going to save some money, where you're going to spend some extra money, where you're going to get an ROI, a return on your investment in certain areas, and where you won't. So we're providing a nice built-in closet here, but then we're not providing any of the bench work and cabinets here. So you come in, it's just an open door here. And if you were to come in the front door, you come through here and we have a really big, beautiful 4-foot pivot door that we have. and then this is open to below. So when you walk in here, this goes about 20 feet up to the upper floor. So it's a very vaulted, grand feeling. And then you walk into the master corridor right here. And this corridor is a nice little break off in between. There's a closet here, another coat closet, and then you walk into the master bedroom. Once again, this is a vaulted ceiling. These are scissor trusses. So it's about a 12 to 14-foot ceiling in this master. It feels really big. It lives really big. So coming in, we're going to have a freestanding freestanding tub right here. Beautiful vanity, double vanity we have here. And then we have our shower with the bench. We have 3 windows here. We decided that we were going to change the windows and make them a little smaller. Those are little ways that we could save money. You're still bringing in light, but next door is a house. So you don't want anybody looking into your bathroom. The architect drew some bigger windows and we chose to shrink them. So those are ways that you can just, as you're going through your spec house, save $200, $300, $400 a window and do that over the course of a project. And you're saving yourself $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And that's just extra money in your pocket. So coming through the master, you got your walkway into the toilet. And then you have the master closet. This is a beautiful size master closet. So we chose to put the master level on the downstairs. And this is a beautiful window right out the front entry. And so you're coming through right here, you got your stairs, and then you come into this kitchen area. You got a slider right here. Then you have your sink, your kitchen, all that stuff, your grill, your pantry, and then in the kitchen, and then coming into the living room, this great room. This is insane. So upstairs, so this is open to below. So, or open to above, whatever. So this looks up to the upstairs floor, and it's a very vaulted scissor truss, and it's a gable roof, and it's easily 20 feet up, maybe 22 feet. So we can do that when we look at the elevations, but it is a massive vaulted ceiling. It lives really, really big. And then this wall here goes all the way up too. So we're gonna have a beautiful wall that goes all the way floor to ceiling there. Then you got your bedroom. So that's the first floor. And then, so 2-bedroom downstairs. Then you're coming up the stairs, you come around the right, and then you got your little loft here. And then once again, you'll have a railing here, and this is that open to below. And then it's even open to above, like from here to, from this floor to the top of the ceiling is another easily 10, 15 feet. It is massive. It is really, really big. It feels like a cathedral. It's really big. And especially for this neighborhood. So these are the older homes in this neighborhood. So this thing will be a rare purchase in this neighborhood. It will be one of the first new builds in this neighborhood, especially at this size, of this caliber. So walking out right here, you have a beautiful deck, be stamped concrete, and then a parapet wall. And then there's the neighbor's house is right here, and they have a deck as well right there. So we're going to build some kind of, metal slats that'll kind of block both people's views of each other and give a little bit more privacy. And then you have this little corridor right here, which is always nice that you have the corridor going into the different rooms and doors. So you got your gym, your powder room, another bedroom. So, and then moving on into this room, you got your Jack and Jill bathrooms. Then you got a bunk room, and then this is, like I said, when you walk in the entry, this is open to below as well. So this is a grand feeling as well. When you walk in, you're looking way up because the ceiling goes way much taller than this. So this particular ceiling is flat right here. This is vaulted. This is extremely vaulted. So it's pretty neat what's happening there. So you got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms upstairs, and then you got 4 or 5 downstairs. So it's a 5-bedroom. Technically, it could be a 6-bedroom. This house is quite large for this particular neighborhood. So it's really beautiful. So let me take you through the elevations just so you can see. So this is your front door. This is your master bedroom window. This is that open to below. So when you stand across the railing, you're looking out this window. It has that grand feeling. And then coming through on this side, this is that deck. So this is what my wife had the idea to kind of build some metal type bars, some slats, those sunscreen type, decorative slats that'll kind of go all the way through about right there, and then they'll do the same on the other side, which will give some privacy for us and the owner. This particular cloud was a window that the architect had. It was a lot bigger, and we decided, let's make it a transom window up higher. That's another way to save, $600 or so. So that's just kind of the plug and play you do with the spec house, is where can you save money? And we're moving on to the other side. This is the south side of the house. This is kind of a dead side of the house as well. Once again, these windows were about this size. So these particular windows all were about this throughout. And as you can see, we deleted them to be much, much smaller, which once again saved us about $400 a window. And there's no need for that in a bathroom on a dead side of the house. You're not provided a view. So you got this beautiful cedar stucco throughout, and then coming to the back deck. This is a slider going out. This is a slider. We got a covered patio. And then we're going to make the patio, we're going to pour the patio all the way across. So it's a bigger, more livable type backyard that people can enjoy. So that being said, I just want to give you a quick elevation on this because it is quite grand. So when I'm saying it is grand, here's your main floor. And then watch this. This is crazy. So I'm curious myself. So when you go from here all the way up to where this truss sits, that open to below is, wait for it, 29 feet. That is insane. That is a big vaulted ceiling. So 29 feet up in the air. So 30 feet is what this thing lives like. And when you're standing in this room, man, does it feel big. And same when you're here. So, and now when you're on this floor, let's just do this really quick. So now when you're on this floor, when you're on the second floor looking up at this, it's still an 18-foot ceiling. It's still massive. So whether you're on the second floor with an 18-foot ceiling or on the first floor with a 30-foot ceiling, it just feels a lot bigger. And so in order to justify the price of $3.7 million in this neighborhood, these are the types of things that we had to do and design so we can make sure that we could get our return on our investment, because we put a lot of money down for this dirt and this house costs a lot of money. So in order to recoup our investment, we had to do different things in this particular house so we could provide the ROI on this thing. So that's kind of just the little layout that I'm going to give you for this particular video. I don't need to go into the structural or anything like that. So this is what a $3.7 million listed home looks like in Park City, Utah, in a particular neighborhood like this. Now, if this particular home were to go for, let's just say if this house was built in a different part of town at $2,000 times 4,000, I should have been able to do that math in my head. This would be an $8 million home if this was built in like Old Town area of Park City at $2,000 a square foot times 4,000 square feet. That equals $8 million. That's how insane Park City is right now. That's how insane this market is. That's how insane it is to get in the game of spec building. And we were lucky enough to be able to buy this particular home, this particular lot, and build this particular home. And we got the bank loans for it. And now we're going to hopefully cash in for a good return on our investment. So that's a little quick walkthrough of this particular home in Park City and our latest spec house. And, you know, we do about one of these a year, but eventually we're going to be doing 2 to 3 a year. And that's all we're going to be doing in this business. We just, you know, right now we're building 5 to 6 houses a year for custom clients. And one of those houses is our spec house. And we're going to ramp this thing back down. And we're going to be doing 2 to 3 houses a year, only for ourselves, only for spec building. And it gives us a lifestyle. It gives us a lot more money, and it gives us freedom. So that's kind of our business model, and that's what we're working towards. And that will probably happen in the next 18 to 24 months, that we can actually have enough capital and we can just branch off on our own and go do our own thing without having to go out and win new work with new clients. So that's all I got today. I can't thank you guys enough. I just mean it from the bottom of my heart. You guys, I read your comments. I'm on the phone with you guys, and it means a lot that you guys are booking phone calls with me. You guys are taking the time to share your stories with me, and you're asking for some advice, and it just, it humbles me, and I appreciate you guys more than you know. So thanks for watching. Go over to freeconstructiontemplates.com. Please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, and I'll see you on the next video.